for authors, while assuring the freedom that amateur and critical ecologies of culture require. So in the changes of law, the first thing the law has to do is to give up its bizarre obsession with the copy and focus instead on activities which are meaningful, because copying is not meaningful in a digital environment. Meaningful means determined by the context of use. So if we think about the difference between copying something in verbatim, in whole, and remixing it, and the difference between the professional and the amateur, I apologize, as an academic, I can't resist these 2x2 matrix thoughts. This is the map of how copyright can regulate. This is how it regulates right now. All 4 of these boxes are regulated in the same way by copyright law. That makes no sense. Instead, of course, in the context of copyright law, we need to regulate effectively people's ability to make complete copies in the context of professional distribution. So I shouldn't be allowed to take the latest album by Madonna and sell it without her permission. But equally obviously, amateurs have to be free of regulation to engage in the remix and sharing of a remixed culture. Free of regulation. Not fair use, free use. Not the use that requires a lawyer to supervise what you do, but the use that we could teach our 10-year-old and have our 10-year-old understood what's the difference between right and wrong. Free use. To take and share and build upon in a way that transforms, critiques, makes fun of, or exemplifies the ideals in other culture. And then in these 2 middle boxes, the story is more complicated. Even amateurs sharing complete copies through peer-to-peer technologies of new culture that's been produced raises important questions about the incentives for those authors. That needs to be regulated in a mixed way. My preference is through compulsory licenses that assure the authors get compensated. And professionals who engage in remix culture need in some context, I think, to get permission from the original author, for example, to take a book and make a movie out of it, even if in other examples, like remixing music, there is no requirement, in my view, of permission. But the map that I would propose here fundamentally deregulates a significant space of culture and focuses the invasive regulation of copyright in places where it could do good.